Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in internet world. Welcome to another edition of Golden Independence. I just wanted to say something real quick, right? Something that I've been considering for a while now, right? I've been really analyzing, you know, this Michael Saylor dude. And, you've heard me mention Michael Saylor, right? You've heard me mention him in terms of how he speaks. Yes, how he speaks about Bitcoin. If you listen to him, right, you can get some education on what Bitcoin really means. And I encourage everyone to listen to how he talks, what he's saying, and break down what it is that he's saying. And I've been listening to Michael Saylor for a while. But there's something that disturbs me, right? And that's with Michael Saylor's actions. What do I mean? I mean his actions in terms of how he has acquired and is acquiring and continue to acquire Bitcoin. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Saylor, right, is acquiring Bitcoin using debt. He's able to use billions of dollars that he doesn't have, right? He's able to borrow billions of dollars and float that money. So that means money is being created through his company, right? Money is being created by the banking institutions, i.e. the Federal Reserve, and it's being filtered through his company to buy Bitcoin. And his purpose, if you listen to him, his purpose is not to sell. It's not an exit strategy for him. He is buying up Bitcoin, right? And holding it forever. You gotta listen to what the man is saying. He's talking about forever. He's not selling it. He's talking about passing this stuff on, to his grandchildren. To his grandchildren. He's talking about like 100 years. Whereas, Bitcoin's going to be around for millennia. It's digital. Digital, baby. It's digital real estate. Right? So, for Michael Saylor to be doing what he's doing, it's like the gift and the curse. But that's why I've been saying all this time that, Bitcoin is the future. And you got to get this Bitcoin and hold on to it. Dollar cost average. Get as much of this of the satoshis, ladies and gentlemen. Because what are you going to be able to pass on to as a legacy? It's not about gold. Yes, it was gold back then, right? But listen, gold is going to be nothing compared to Bitcoin. Gold is nothing compared to Bitcoin in terms of what Bitcoin is going to be used for in the future, right? It's systems being connected to Bitcoin. It's going to be the engine on everybody's cell phones in the future. Everybody's going to have a phone, and everybody is going to be able to download Bitcoin, or some app is going to be running Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is decentralized security, and it's and it's about real estate. And I'm not talking about real estate. I'm not talking about real estate in terms of housing. I'm talking about real estate of the internet, of the new internet. Bitcoin is real estate of the new internet, and it's either you have it or you don't. And this is the opportunity where you'll be able to acquire pieces of real estate of the internet. That's a whole different dynamic. And like I said, what worries me is, or what I'm not worried, sorry, but what concerns me is that this man can utilize debt to acquire as much as possible. And it's people like us who are now working, who have figured it out, who figured out Bitcoin, and now we're not figured out Bitcoin, because I'm figured out Bitcoin a long time ago. I just didn't have a way to accumulate it because of my jurisdiction, i.e. Bermuda, right? Hey, I was into Bitcoin when it first came out, 2010. I was trying to get myself, I was trying to get some hands on some Bitcoin. Couldn't do it. And nobody in my sphere of influence even knew or even heard about it. Didn't even know what was going on. So can you imagine my frustration? Can you imagine my frustration? Right? So, yeah, man. I'm going to be talking more about this subject because this thing needs to be talked about. It's something that's not being said in the space. Nobody, like everybody's touting Michael Saylor as this some sort of savior, but nobody's talking about, the so-called, or nobody's talking about I don't want to say negative side, but nobody's talking about the other side, right? Nobody's talking about the other side of it, and it does, when you look at it from that perspective, it is sinister, man. It's sinister in nature because he's using debt. He didn't work for that money. See, the reason why, listen, it's a big difference between people like us who take our hard-earned money, right? And we understand what Bitcoin is, and we convert our cash into a digital asset like Bitcoin. And now we want to hold on to that so that we could pass that on for generation unto generation for generations, and even use that as leverage. It's a totally different beast when somebody like Michael Saylor could raise billions of dollars that he didn't work for, and come into a space whereby, you like you're trying to accumulate one, and his getting them like nothing, like hotcakes.